Hey everyone, GeminiShadowCat here, and I'm playing as Jungle on the brand new Summoner's Rift layout on League of Legends. It's currently available to test out on the PvE server, so if you have an account, be sure to check it out. Anyway, I'm going to be comparing both Summoner's Rift maps on this video, which is the new one and the old one, so here it goes. As you can see, the very start has completely changed altogether. Now, as it is in the normal one, you're just there, but in this new one, you actually spawn individually, so that's pretty damn interesting. Now, as you can see from the map, the layout is actually exactly the same, but the visuals have changed altogether completely. So, as for the visuals, because obviously that's the main concept of the whole entire thing, everything has changed. I mean, the style is like an our semi-realistic thing. It's the same as they use for their splash art, so it sort of goes with that. It's not just the actual visuals, well, the style and the visuals of that has changed. So everything, including the objects, all of the creatures in the jungle, everything has changed like that. So this includes the turrets, the inhibitor, the nexus, and even the minions. The minions have changed altogether. Now it's all blue and red as well, rather than blue and purple. The enemies in the jungle, they have completely changed, well, to an extent anyway. So everything like the golem, the elder lizard, the small ones, so you got like the wolves, the wraiths and everything, well, everything is different. So instead of the lizard elder giving you the red buff, it's now something called a brambleback, which are like weird wooden type creatures, which are quite interesting. And instead of the golem, you've got something called a sentinel, which is like a rock-like creature to give you the blue buff. Instead of the wraiths that you see around, you've got something called razorbeaks, and obviously the wolves are the same, apart from the main one has two heads. Instead of the giant whites that you actually see on the sides, you've actually got giant toads. Now, as you can tell by the actual surroundings, each has their own individual scene as well, which is really cool. Rather than it just being like there's just a typical jungle area where it's just all wooden and foresty and everything, as you can tell, there's like runes everywhere. You've got like little individual sections which have waterfalls in there and everything, including where the toad is. You've actually got like this little very fantastical area, and it's just really interesting. Another big thing about this is the animations. Most of the actual creatures you find in the jungle will have their own separate animation. So as you could tell by the other ones, like the brambleback and the sentinel, they actually rise up from the ground in this one, and the dragon goes round its perimeter of its little scene, and then it jumps down so you can kill it. And the end killing animation thing, that's completely different as well, as the same it is with the Baron. Now the Baron, the visual update on that is just amazing. It looks something like in the cinematic trailer of Twist of Fate. If you've not seen that, it's on the League of Legends YouTube, so go have a look at that. So personally, I really like this style. I mean, I really like the semi-realistic environment that they've actually created for it. It makes it easier to see things as well, I think, and it's just beautiful. I mean, it didn't really need an update, but if they wanted to give it an update, then that's perfectly fine anyway. Also, as you can tell, each and every one of these have like their own different icons now. Once you slay them, you can actually see the difference. So the inhibitor and the dragon don't really have their own little icon yet. I think they're still working on it. So that's what I found were different to the original things. I mean, I dare say there's a lot more things. Apparently there's loads of Easter eggs spread around, so be sure to look out for whatever's on there, because I didn't really focus on that. I probably should have, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah, that's the new Summoner's Rift update changes thing and everything, so say what you want to say about it. Feedback would be great, and I'll see you in the future.